I used to obsess over every text message. If they didn't reply within 5 minutes, I would spiral. When they would go out at night, I would be sitting there wondering who they were out with, even though they told me. I'd literally be over analyzing and replaying every conversation in my head with just worry. I was getting voices in my head like, do they like me? Am I too much? Do they still love me? Oh my God, did I do something wrong? These stories were just taking over the space in my brain. And that is what anxious attachment looks like. And yes, I've lived it for years. But the truth is, it doesn't have to always be like this. You can understand it, navigate it, heal it, and come into a space where you're not anxiously attached, like I am now. It is so possible for you to feel safe, wanted, and feel good in your body without the need to be gratting at your partner to give you something, like whether that's approval or validation, and you can just simply be happy in your own skin. And the how is exactly in this video. So when we're anxiously attached, we fear, whether this is conscious or subconscious, and by that I mean is we're aware of it or we're not aware of it, but you're obviously aware that you're anxiously attached because you're watching this video. And so what we're doing in those moments, because we're so scared to lose our partner and to lose the person, we actually lose ourselves in the process. I actually lost myself and lost 10 kilos in the process of when I was anxiously attached. It was not a good time. And that's a good reflection to look at yourself. Are you sleeping at night? Are you eating enough food? Or are you letting your mind race off? Are you even taking medication because you feel so anxious? And obviously I'm talking about anxious relationships here, but this also covers kind of the subject of anxiety as well, because that's what it is. And for you guys to understand what it feels like to lose yourself, not wanting to lose them, two things. I would ask yourself, do I say yes when really I mean no? And am I silencing myself or over giving? And so what I mean by that is when you say yes, but you mean no, your body internally comes into a freeze state and you feel like you are anxious. So it's always a feeling that can come out with getting hot and sweaty, that can be having your chest that's racing, maybe getting a sore throat. And so really similar, shrinking, silencing yourself or over giving because you're putting someone else's needs before your own. Similar to saying yes when you mean no. And within this comes up. Let's say your partner has asked for something or asked that you want to do what you want to do on the weekend and you've kind of, okay. There's a balance between supporting your partner because that's what they want and that's what we do within relationships. We support each other through our desires. And there's a really other uncomfortability in the anxiousness when your partner is maybe wanting you to have sex and you don't want to, but you've just done it anyway. And that is exactly how we lose ourselves in the relationship. And you might not be aware that you're actually doing this to start with, so keep asking yourself those two questions. And then maybe you're thinking, yeah, do you know what? I always say yes, but I really want to say no. Okay, that's great. So how do we help ourselves to move through this process? What we do is firstly noticing how your body is feeling. So if your body is feeling like it's walking on eggshells or that you want to say no, can you acknowledge and accept those feelings? So firstly, it's great to do in a calm environment, but obviously, sometimes in the heat of the moment, we just don't have that time and space and there's too much flying around. But what we can do is just taking 3 deep breaths, giving yourself a hug and saying, I am safe and I've got me. Basically, what's happening here is your body is just bringing up feelings that you've had maybe in past relationships or in your childhood, and your body is just taking you back in time. So when we can come into a moment of calming your mind with the 3 deep breaths, giving yourself the physical touch to let you know, okay, I'm safe, then your body will start feeling that you are safe. And there's less anxiety that's going to be showing up within yourself and the relationship. Are you following me so far? I know it can sound a little bit complex. If you do have any questions, put them below. But just remember, the first time that you're going to do this, you're not going to be able to do it and you're going to get it wrong. I say wrong, but you're not going to be able to do it. The second or the third time, you're going to start having more awareness. That's simply all it is. Your body has a habit of being anxious. And so we want to build a new habit and to move forward with being secure and in happiness, not anxiousness. And I know how uncomfortable it feels to be anxious. Like, I remember the times when I could not eat my food. Like, I loved eating, my chicken or whatever that was. I remember it was like a chicken carbonara with the Parmesan cheese on the top. And asparagus, actually. I remember it was my favorite. I loved eating that back then, and I just could not put the food into my mouth because my physical symptoms within my body was just so anxious. And at the time, obviously going back a while, I just let it be, and I just let the anxiousness be part of me until I'd done enough counseling and nothing was helping. I started to go on my own journey, and it's exactly what I teach now, is somatic body work, which is feeling into your body, breathing and touching, that supports you on the process. Because yes, your logic mind knows, but when there's no help within the logic if your body is in like that freeze mode. You're basically switched off from here down. So no matter what we think or what we say or what we do, nothing's going to change. And so that would be the first step, is noticing when you are saying yes, but when you need no, and letting your body feel safe. It's really quick and easy to want to chase our partner, but that's actually putting us in the wrong angle. What we want to do is sit in that uncomfortability and feel the discomfort and just be like, I've got you, Katy. I'm not going anywhere and I'm keeping you safe. And take 3 deep breaths. I get it. It can be hard if this is the first time you're watching this video or anything like this, but this is the pathway forward. And wouldn't you rather be in a happy, loving relationship than an anxious one? And so anxious attachment feeds off the highs and low of your nervous system. So if your body is very elevated with the physical sensations of the physical feelings, you're going to be like in a ping pong response, going back and forth between the anxiety, because it's just simply a habit. So like I said within your questions before, the next step is understanding. So when you are triggered, and a trigger is when you feel anxious over the happening. When you are triggered by your partner not replying to you, when you are triggered if he doesn't come home at 8 o'clock when he said he was going to be home, if you are triggered between the uncomfortable, awkward conversations, these are the triggers. So when you look at the triggers, that is what's creating the anxiousness. So with the triggers, okay, I have just been triggered right now. And instead of just emotionally reacting or blaming or projecting this onto your partner, you understand the responses. And the responses are, okay, I am anxious right now. And that's all you need to say and do. Tell yourself and voicing out loud, I am anxious right now. Then we accept that we are anxious. It's like saying, yeah, I'm so happy today. I'm so sad today. I'm so anxious today. If you can voice the feeling, your body is going to feel a lot more relaxed or accepted, because you are giving this anxious part of you a place to be welcomed. Instead, generally when the anxiety would come up, we often push it down because we don't want to feel anxious, or we would use medication, or we would drink alcohol or run to sex. This is an outlet that might help you in the moment, but it's not actually solving the root cause. When we say, I'm anxious right now, this is an energy that's just being felt in your body. And then when your nervous system allows you to understand the anxiousness, gradually telling yourself you are safe, doing your deep breathing, voicing out loud as you move through and get used to this. Don't get me wrong, this is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a bit of time to get used to, but over the time you will get so much better. I used to be the anxious one. I was so anxious, so I know how it feels, and I'm telling you, I'm living proof that you can come into a space of being so secure. So take that in a way, I was like, oh my God, I remember watching this video with Katy. She used to be really anxious in her relationship. She used to cry herself to sleep if her partner wasn't messaging back. I know I'm like that, but now she's so self-secure. And this is amazing if you've got a best friend or someone that you can call. So when you are anxious, sometimes in the moments we cannot fathom what to do next. And so if you knew when you are anxious just to pick up the phone and call your friend, not your partner who has created this anxiousness. Call your friend to just say, hey, I'm really anxious right now. I don't know what's happening with my body. I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. Ideally, you want a friend who can support you and not just say, oh my God, you're just anxious, go and get some meditation, go and do a meditation or get some medication. You want just to have a friend who's just going to listen to you, who's just going to speak to you and just going to talk to you. It's not their job to fix you. You are just simply here to let the emotions of the anxiousness be present. If you are wanting more one-on-one experience within this, I do work with couples, especially in anxious relationship attachments, or also for your individual self to really support you in that moment. And when I work in sessions, we work on the anxiousness. We work where it's coming from, what are the triggers are, and we somatically work through that and we let go. It can really be a quick process if you're committed to it. It doesn't have to take a year. So I'll put my links below if this is of interest to you. And just remember, it can come and go within the relationship. So you may be feeling really anxious now, and you may be doing this work that I'm telling you of breathing, telling yourself you're safe, calling a friend, and it might dissipate a little bit. And then maybe there'll be something else that comes up within the relationship and there's a trigger, and then we need to work on it a little bit more. So what have you taken so far out of this video? It might sound like I'm speaking Chinese, but honestly, this is really what works. You just want to start dribbling in the little things in the moments when you are anxious. When you know you're anxious, pick up the phone. When you know you're anxious, voicing it out loud. And when you know you are anxious, taking 3 deep breaths and letting yourself know that you are safe. You may be anxiously attached right now, but that doesn't mean you're broken, doesn't mean you are needy, doesn't mean that your partner doesn't love you. It's just a feeling that's in your body that simply just wants some love. And that's exactly what this video is about. Your body and your nervous system is just craving a little bit of connection, and you can implement this and do all this with what I've just shared in this video. Have you got any questions? If you are anxious in the relationship, there's a chance that you're also an overthinker. So I'm going to share the video of overthinking in relationships up next, because I used to be an overthinker and anxious at the same time, so I know exactly what it is, exactly why I have my channel, really helping you on the process, anything in between intimacy, pleasure, and relationships. I'm living proof that this is possible. You just really have to implement the things. And don't just listen to this video and not actually do anything. If you're not going to change your habits, if you're not going to start implementing, then there was no point in watching this video. But really, when you actually do, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I watched Katie's videos. I love what she shares, and she's really helping me so I'm not becoming anxious in my relationship. And she's also helping with overthinking, as well as sex and love as well. See you in the next video, guys.